Hello and welcome, guys. Just have to say it was a great card. I really enjoyed every single second of it. And needless to say that this used to be a great piece of play for everybody who took part at it. And man, what a great card this was. It was an epic card. Really was epic card. One of the best cards I've ever seen. And honestly, um, I have to say that I really enjoyed every single second of it because from what I've seen, this used to be one of the most epic events I've ever seen. Yeah, this really used to be one of the most epic events I've ever seen. And yeah, such a great piece of play, such a great fight card, and I pretty much enjoyed every second of it. I was hoping, I was hoping we were gonna see another nice night, and it really turned out into a great night, a great piece of play. So let me start right off the bat from the beginning to do this recap. First of all, Karol Solberg destroyed Nicolai Negumerano. This was my first fail, and Karol Solberg knocked him out cold with a big left hand. From what I've seen, I haven't expected such. Hello, Kale. I haven't expected it's gonna turn out that way, but it was better than expected. It was way better than expected. And unfortunately, Negumerano fucked me up, and I got to say, it was a great game by Karol Solberg, which didn't. I got one prediction wrong. I did well. That's awesome, man. I was 10 out of 14, so not bad for me. 10 out of 14. You were on point. Montel Jackson defeated Julio Arce via anonymous decision. I was right on this one, but then Michael Trizano versus Seung Woo Choi. Have you ever seen a double knockdown, man? Have you ever seen a double knockdown? Because I've seen it maybe twice or three times in my whole life, and that's something that happened in the match between Mike Trizan and Sang Wo Choi. Pulesh sucks. You are right about Pulesh. You are right, therefore. I need to say that Mike Trizan versus Sang Wo Choi was pretty much upsetting for me, as Sang Wo Choi had him rocked. He nearly finished the fight, but Trizano failed on the scale, and he won. Kovalkiewicz versus Juarez. I had Juarez winning, but man, flipping the scorecards. Flipping the scorecards. What the fuck? What the heck? Flipping the scorecards, man. I was thinking Kovalkiewicz gonna lose, but when you flip the scorecards, anything can happen. And I actually thought it was 2-1 Kovalkiewicz. Can't call fights are being spoiled that way. Carolina won, though. Yeah, she won. Yeah, you're right, she won. I got to say it was, how to say, Carolina won, though. Yeah, she won, but like flipping the scorecards, man, you're making a Piccadilly circus out of it. She deserved the win. Yes, she did, but I just want to say that I was furious because it happened that way. That's why I was a bit furious. But that's the way it goes. Then we had the Matt Frevola versus Otman Azaitar. Matt Frevola defeated him via knockout. I had no distance for that fight, so no distance was a great call. It really was a great call for me. It was a great piece of play, but no, I said no distance because I was unsure whether Otman was gonna knock him out cold or not, and Otman did. I think the score that got changed was just 3 rounds to 0 for Carolina. I had 2-1 Carolina. So that was the early prelims. Andre Petrovsky versus Wellington Turman. I called it. I said Andre Petrovsky was gonna win that fight, and Andre Petrovsky really won that fight. Yeah, he really won that fight. Was a great play on the end of Andre Petrovsky, but I was thinking bad idea what to say. Honestly, Petrovsky did a great job. I mean, Petrovsky really did a great job against Wellington Turman, but I was having a big dilemma whether they are gonna rob him or not. But Petrovsky dominated the fight, Then Erin Blankfield versus Molly McCann, my second bet that went wrong. It was, and then they changed it to 2-1 for Carolina. My second bet that went wrong was that fight between. No, that was my third. Yeah, my second bet. Molly McCann got out wrestled. You were far off. You are right. You are right about that one. It was a huge fail. It was a huge fail for me. I was thinking McCann was gonna destroy her, but it didn't go that way. McCann got smashed. Yeah, I was very much far away, and I made a big mistake in that one as she got out wrestled. Then I got Ryan Spann versus Dominic Reyes. I've got no distance for that fight, but I was expecting that Dominic Reyes was gonna knock him out cold. I didn't expect that Ryan Spann was gonna win, so it really turned out to be a bit surprising outcome. It was a bit surprising outcome for me. Didn't go well, therefore for me. But I mean, no distance is no distance. But Dominic Reyes, I don't know what happened to him. She got brutalized. Poor Reyes. Yeah, you're right. Poor Reyes. Didn't go well. Absolutely didn't go well. You're right. Renato Moicano choked out Brad Riddell. I was sleeping on Riddell. I was thinking that Riddell was gonna outbox him, and Riddell is having pretty much underestimated ground game. He doesn't have a chin, which is true, but he didn't show a great ground game. And need to say that this event was brutal. This event was really, really amazing. It was really outstanding. I mean, talking about the preliminary card and then in the main card, I didn't fail a single fight. In the prelims I was so, but in the main card I had no fails. Dan Hooker versus Claudio Pulish. I said the fight will not go the distance as it was a striker versus grappler, and we've seen a great performance in the end of Dan Hooker. It was a bad night for Team City Kickboxing, that's true. Dan Hooker did a wonderful, wonderful job by outworking his opponent, and Dan Hooker destroyed him. Bro, so many no distance last evening. Yeah, you're right. So many no distances. Dan Hooker destroyed Pulish. Pulish was trying to drag the fight to the ground by any means necessary. He was trying to go for Imanari roll or leg locks, but Hooker was just sitting on the top of him, always saying, get up, get up, get up, and he finished the fight via body kick. Excellent finish by Dan Hooker. I wasn't sure who was gonna win. It was a 50-50 fight to me. Then Chris Gutierrez brutalized Frankie Edgar. Frankie Edgar, this is the second time in his career that he got brutalized like that. So he got brutalized by a flying knee. It seems he is pretty much vulnerable to those techniques, to those brutal flying knees that didn't go well for him. I think those flying knees are gonna create him a lot of problems, especially in the distant future. I mean, Frankie Edgar retired, but man, if you get fights via the same technique, it speaks something about you, and it speaks that you're not the greatest guy in the league. And man, how can you get outsmoked two times via the same technique? Does it even make sense to you? Because that doesn't make sense to me. Was not expecting Carlo versus Zhen Tuang during the distance. Carlo is pretty tough. Well, if you're gonna talk about Carlo, she showed that she is not pretty much tough, as she showed great wrestling, and that is something that pretty much makes sense. Yeah, she showed great wrestling, but there is something that kind of irritated me with Carla when we're already talking about that fight. It's the fact that Carla doesn't have good stand-up. I was thinking Zhang is better in the stand-up, but I was thinking that difference is so big and nobody will remember Carla that she used to be a champ right now when it comes to that fight. So to some point maybe this wasn't a great. Can I be a mod? I told you what you need to do to be a mod. So I need to say that Carla Carla is not going to be the greatest piece of play right now. Nobody will remember her. And Michael Chandler versus Dustin Poirier. It used to be a great fight, but I didn't expect that was gonna finish that way. Can you let me off the hook and let me off the hook? No. To be a mod, I told you what you have to do. And then I have to say that it was a great, lovely piece of play for Michael Chandler, and it was a great, lovely piece of play for Dustin Poirier. Maybe the best fight on the card for me. Maybe the best card. Maybe this was the best fight, but need to say that it was a great, great performance. So um, Well, you can, but donors don't always get granted to be mods. I mean, donators are not always mods. I just need that piece of equipment. So, I mean, you can donate. You can donate, but I can give you an email because mods, there are some things mods have to do. So before we talk, I can't give it just to like somebody I know for a short period of time. I can give you email. So there you go. Write me here. Let me see. Uh, about Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler. Well, Michael Chandler is he was close to win the fight, man. He was so close to win the fight, but it didn't go well. It really didn't go well. Weili Zhang versus Carlos Esparza. Weili Zhang did a great job, just a great job. And Pereira Adesanya, what did I say? How did I call it? How did I call it? Got a head out, got early morning. Write me an email. Write me an email so we can make some kind of the arrangement. Write me an email. Let's see. I got to say that this event, I was thinking it was 2-2. It really was 2-2. And then round five, man. Yeah, have a great day, man. In round 5, we just seen a big problem. Big problem. I was thinking that Adesanya was gonna outboring this guy, and it didn't go well. It really didn't go well, and I said Pereira to win, and I was so scared. I was so scared. I was so scared about that fight, but it went well. It really went well. So at the end of the day, I just said to myself, "Man, I was right about that fight, but I was shit scared. I was really shit scared about that. I told to myself, man, hands of stone. Yep, but Adesanya was ducking well under that brutal left hook, and I was thinking that Adesanya found a secret weapon. That Adesanya found a secret weapon for that, but at the end of the day, Pereira knocks him out cold in round 5, and I was like, whoa, just whoa, man. I was like, just whoa. Just said, whoa. What a great performance. Bro, how you find Blaovic versus Ankalaev? I know, bro, I already said that Ankalaev gonna win. But don't you think they're both having strong cards? It may be like real Masters game without chaos. There is a chance, unfortunately, I still think Ankalaev gonna win. Sorry, man. I know he's your guy, but I'm sorry, man. I know he's your guy, but I know you love that guy, but I don't see Blachowicz winning. No, it's not impersonal. He throws the left hook like a bullwhip. Yeah, that left hook was brutal. That left hook was really much brutal. And Poatan is a legend of combat sports. Yep, he is a legend of combat sports. Yeah, he really is a legend of combat sports. What did he do, man? It was a great piece of play for Poatan. Really was a great piece of play for Poatan. The way I've seen Poatan is God. Yes, he is. Blaovic would beat Pereira, though. Blaovic would. Yes, Blachowicz is too tough opponent for Pereira. Because Blachowicz drags the fight to the ground. Blaovic would. Yes, I agree. I agree about Blaovic that he would beat the shit out of Pereira. Yep. I defo agree. It would have been a great piece of play. I agree it would have been a great piece of play. Our guy Negomerano got his calf destroyed. Yeah, calf kick stopped him. Unfortunately, calf kick stopped the guy. Yeah, calf kick stopped the guy. Every fighter has a weakness. Yeah, every single fighter has a weakness. Every single fighter has a weakness, and unfortunately, Negumeranu got smoked. I said to myself, man, just why? Just why? But he got smoked. I said to myself, well, I was thinking it's the end of the world when he got smoked, my friend. I was thinking it was the end of the world. I was thinking that the guy was falling. His weaknesses is people his size. Yeah, Alex Pereira is his weakness, man. Alex Pereira is his weakness. Jan Blachowicz was his weakness too. Jan Blachowicz was his weakness too. Jan Blachowicz was his big weakness, and yeah, people his size. You're right about that. And Poatan, I was in the first place thinking that Poatan was not gonna hit the scale. Have you ever seen a middleweight bigger than Poatan? Yes, Kendall the Spider Grove. Do you remember that guy? Kendall the Spider Grove. Poatan is 6'4", just like Adesanya, but Kendall Grove was 6'6". Do you remember that guy? I've seen that guy. He used to compete earlier in the UFC. Kendall the Spider Grove. He used to be 6'6", I believe. Right? 6'6", I think. Kendall the Spider Grove used to be a big guy, a Hawaiian guy. He had a nice arch choke. That's the guy. That's the guy. The guy with the arch choke. That's him. That was him. Yeah, that's him. That's him. You've seen him. That was him. And Alex Poatan Pereira. Man, what a performance! Just a great piece of performance by Alex de Poitin. And new, how are you, the MMA calls? His weight cut must be brutal. Yes, his weight cut must be brutal. He looked so heavier than Adesanya. Yeah, I'm realistic as well. All people believe that Young gonna beat Glover. Just I was not surprised when Glover got a belt. I was, man. I was thinking Jan was gonna win that fight. I was angry. I was furious, man. You don't know how angry I was. You don't even know how furious I was. I literally started crying when that fight happened. Yeah, Kendall also fighting KSW. Yeah, Kendall the Spider Grove. He used to be a middleweight. Um, yeah, that's him. Yeah, Kendall the Spider Grove. What dirt does Goddard have on the UFC to keep letting him ref title fights? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe Goddard is a real legend. Mark Goddard. I don't know, man. I really got no idea. They love him for some reason, and which is the reason? I don't know. They trust him for some reason. He's holding those seminars. I don't know. I'm trying. Did you think the stoppage was appropriate? Um, not sure. Not sure what to think. I watched it like 3 or 4 times and still not sure what to think of that stoppage. I'm happy because the fight was stopped, but would I let the fight go? Would I let the fight go on? Listen, I was sick out of Adesanya. I'm not going to lie to you. I was sick out, but was Yeah, maybe a bit. He got rocked, went down. I think it was early, no doubt. Izzy was gonna get KO'd, but he deserved to head out. Maybe. I personally think Poatan was going to in a couple more seconds. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Don't know. Got up and dodged two punches and Goddard stopped it. Uh, man, I still. I don't know, man. Was it early? Maybe. Maybe a bit. Maybe a bit early, but I think Poatan was gonna flatline him. But maybe a bit early. I watched it like 3 or 4 times. I was thinking whether I should make a video on early stoppage, but I don't think it was the early stoppage. I think he would have been destroyed. I think Poatan would have flatlined him. So was it an early stoppage? Um, I'm unsure. Maybe he should have let 3, 4 seconds more, but I'm happy because he stopped the fight. But if we are going to talk about the rules, were the rules broken? Still don't know. I don't know. I mean, technically, he was rocked. He wasn't firing back, but maybe Goddard made a mistake. I'll be honest, maybe, but just maybe. I'm not sure about this one. I was more sure about Rodriguez versus Lemos. About this fight, I'm not sure. That's a good question. But I rewatched like 3 or 4 times that stoppage. Don't know, guys. I really don't know. What do you think? Was it an early call or not? I think it was an okay call to some point. Think it was an okay call. To some point, I believe it was an okay. I mean, he saved him from further damage, but would I do the same? Easy would have gotten KO'd, so the stoppage doesn't the outcome, but it doesn't justify stopping it. Technical question. Jan tell after defend that he stepped on the octagon to completely not himself. You know he's gonna lose like never happened to him before, like out of the game plan, lost concentration. There is a possibility. It's a title fight, and I know that's not supposed to matter, but it does. It does. It does. It truly does. I agree with you when it comes to that aspect of the game. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. It does matter. It really does matter. I'm glad it was stopped. Adesanya was about to take life-changing damage, I believe. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm also happy because he is dethroned. He used to be. It was a 2-2, but he would have been flatlined. I'm happy because the fight was stopped. But at the end of the day, would I be happy if the fight was not stopped? Well, that's $1 million question. That really is $1 million question. According to the rules, maybe the mistake was made. And according to the rule set, I bet under 4.5 rounds. Platan saved me. Under 4.5. I had a bet on Platan. Had a bet on Platan to win. But yeah, he saved you like in the dying seconds. Did your bets do well yesterday? 2 out of 4 were my bets. Fails, Nagu, and Molly. And we had a good situation with Weili Zhang and Platan. Easy does have a very high paying contract with multiple fights. Maybe the UFC told Goddard to save him so he isn't useless. I don't think rematch with Pereira